And I'm coming to you from, well, a bombed out bus. It's here to talk about Spec Ops with Reggie Bennett, who is a survival instructor from the Air Force. Tell me a little bit about what your role in the game was.
Well, what they do, they have me here as an expert on the survival of this game. Not only is there a lot of physical survival in this game, but there's also a lot of psychological survival in this game, which is different from most of the games out there right now. Well, like I said, I'm a former Air Force survival instructor, and I have my own survival school in Virginia, Mountain Shepherd Wilderness Survival School, and we train everybody from Army Spec Ops down to children's groups, Boy Scouts, everybody in between, yeah.
Now, as far as the gameplay aspects of survival, other than choice, is there any sort of, actual survival, environmental survival aspects to the game?
Environmental? Not as much as I would like to have seen, but there is some like that. It's not like if you don't drink enough water, then you're not going to start functioning right. But you do see it. It is applied during the game. You can't play this game for more than 5 minutes, and all of a sudden you start sweating. You actually feel like you're there. The heat, the sandstorms, the dehydration. You can see how it is affecting these characters. And in a real life situation, that's exactly what would happen, because we teach in the Air Force and at my school, the environment can be just as hostile as an enemy. So you have to treat the environment like the enemy sometimes.
And one thing that I noticed just while playing is that, the gameplay, it's similar to games like Gears, it's a third-person shooter, very cover-based. But what I noticed about the characters themselves is that they're a little bit more human in a way. Tell me a little bit of the thinking behind that.
Oh, I like that a lot. The more realistic it is, I think, the better. And when you play a game like this, it's not just a random, okay, if I kill 1,000 people, then I get the high score. This is, you're going through and you feel like you're actually part of that team that's running through, because it's so realistic. They're talking, they're laughing, they're joking back and forth, and believe it or not, all that joking that's going on in this game is realistic. We teach that if you lose your humor in a situation like this, you're on your way out. You've got to maintain that humor. And that's one way to get rid of stress, and that's what's happening in the game.
Well, great. It's one of the nicer games that I've seen here this weekend.
Oh, terrific.
So I certainly wish you the best of luck with it.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.